just got this. This is where I found that flint tempered pottery before. This is the rim off the top of an Indian pot. You can see right there's the flat edge of the top, and it's all flint tempered. Look at that flint ridge flint in it. Little tiny pieces all in it. I got other pieces of pottery and stuff too. Here's one. I'm finding stuff. I have a potential for a point where I'm sifting. That's what I'm going for. It might take all day, but I'm gonna go for it later. I got a point in my screen, but it's broke. It's another Madison, broke in half. 9 out of 10, like I said, are broke. And this is right where I found that little gray one that's as thin as a dime. Like, I don't know, 2-3 videos ago. But it's right here. It would have been a dandy. Look at that. Basal thinning. Broken half, real nice. Heck, it would have been that long. It's a little bigger one. Nice edge work, real thin. That's a shame, man. That stinks. Would have liked to had that hole, but it's still fun. I'm finding flint pottery in about every stream. I got a nice piece here. I already picked it up. I got a nice end scraper. It's right here. Man, this is a nice one. Jet black. Look at that lip on it. I'll show it with a good camera. Man, that's a nice one. It's got that dorsal ridge down the back. Man, that's nice. I'll show you on a real good camera in the next clip. This is a good piece. Man. Alright, look what we got for Squirrel Maniac. Squirrel Maniac got watermelon today. Tell him you got a whole half of a watermelon down there. I think that's a success. Is that delicious, buddy? See, that's delicious, isn't it? Somebody's liking watermelon. Is that good? Now, what? No one is taking your stuff. Look at this. You getting aggressive? No one's taking your watermelon, Squirrel Man. Hey, that's not very nice. Look at this. Mr. Squirrel Maniac is annihilating the watermelon. Well, I had to wait on Lowe's to deliver a dryer today. It's close to 2 o'clock. I won't be able to put in the motorized kayak, but I'm going to go drive someplace and look now. So if I find anything else, I will put it after this. I'm going to probably stay till dark, so for as long as I can take it. He's liking that. Look at him. See, you know nobody's taking it. Nobody's taking your stuff. He's got strawberries there too. Man, he's wolfing that. Well, anyway, I'll get back on my next find. This is my pet squirrel. Now, you're getting aggressive again, huh? This is my pet squirrel, Squirrel Man. He makes guest star appearances, folks. Later. After that Squirrel Man clip where he was eating watermelons, I come out a little bit. It's real late in the day. I've been sifting for about an hour up the shore. Found some flakes, and I just got a artifact in this screen. It's just a tip. Tell you what, I've been finding the breaks. I'd have had 5 or 6 nice points in the past 3 or 4 days. Here, let me get the rest of this flakes in my pocket. I take it all so I know. But right there's a tip off a gray chirp point. It snapped right there. Would have been kind of nice, but of course broke. But I'm in a layer up here. I found a pentagonal right over there, a couple of them. I don't know, 2 weeks ago. A black Kanawha chirp one and then another gray one that was super nice. But I'm looking in here and there's a little bit of a layer and there's flint, so I'm gonna dig right here. Little artifact for all the time I have to look today. Might get a point in here. See, right there's the base clay, and I'm feeling with my shovel. The layer of stuff on this base clay is only about this thick. There's a layer of rock and stuff that's about this thin, and I'm trying to find it in here. I got a beautiful piece of rubbed hematite. It's right here. You can't see, that's the natural cortex of the hematite right there. Now look at this. Look at that facet. Holy mackerel. That piece of hematite is rubbed. It looks like it's cut in half with a slab saw. Look at that. That's pretty nice. It's just been held and rubbed in half. And this stuff's hard. It took a long time to do that. Looks like a mirror. Look at that. I'll show it with the good camera at the end of the video with all the finds from the last 3 or 4 trips. Man, that's cool. I'll get back at you if I see anything else. Something else here, nothing to brag about, but it ain't bad. Right here, it's a little lancet. It's a knife. It's a little flake knife. It's got a razor sharp edge on it. You can see it. It's that green and tan shirt. That ain't a bad tool. Likely it's at least middle archaic, and it might even be early archaic on this site. It's not bad. Later. Look in here. Now quit whining. You gotta let the flea medicine work. She had to get bashed. She had some fleas on her. What? Are you crying? Poor baby. Well, anyway, I'm heading to a new stretch of the river to try to find some other sites. Get 6 or 7 places. I found I don't know, 3 new sites now. I'm gonna go see if I can't find some other ones on the stretch with old stuff. I'm looking for Kirks and Amos's, and I haven't found that yet. That's what I'm looking for. But I'm gonna bath her, and then I'm gonna head out. After this, you'll see some clips if I find anything. And I hope you're all doing good. Later. You know, I got another heartbreaker. I'm where I didn't go to a new stretch of river. I got to thinking about it, and the water's down a little bit. I'm right over there's that piece of concrete. I was sifting all that Flint Ridge, and I knew it'd be Hopewell stuff or these bird points, and it's bird points. I got one south here a little bit, but look at that. Real translucent Flint Ridge, serrated edge, but it's like popped apart. It looks like it might be reworked, but it's, you know, it could have been 100 times as nice. You can see it there. It looks reworked, but it's average. But it would have been a week maker. Look at that material, man. Serrated bird, true bow and arrow point. That's a shame. That's got some damage to it. Later. All right, I got a nice one. There's not much here. The banks are high, but you see how this is the lowest the water really gets here. It might go out another foot. I'm back in behind the dam on the upper side of it, and the water really never changes much in behind the dam. Even when the water gets like flooded 10-15 feet on sites that I'm on, most of the time, farther down the river from a dam on the lower side, the water goes sky high and, you know, clear up over the tops of the banks. It'll get up in the bank here, but not very high. But there's stuff laying here on the beach clay, and I'm looking for pockets of it. And these pieces of concrete dumped over the bank held stuff in around them. And I'm scooping in there. You know that there's a ½ inch of stuff up in here. That's where I got that bird point. And down in here, man, look at these screens. Cracked up fire rock. I got a point. A nice one. Flint Ridge flakes here. Here's a piece of hematite I picked out, and then I saw the point. Do you see it? Man, it's a nice Madison. It's right here. Look at this. Man, that's a beauty. Oh, it's a real nice material. It's got a needle tip on it. It's as thin as a quarter. Man, that's nice. You know, they all look about the same, but some of them aren't as made as good. That's a dandy. I was right to come here on this site. I was, you know, all that Flint Ridge flint, or you see it in here. There's 2 pieces flakes right there out of just 3 or 4 shovelfuls of dirt. Plus I got a nice Arrowhead. Man, that's nice. That's a good one. Getting this motorized kayak really changed the game for me. You know, how many of these have you seen me find on my channel? I found a few, but here in the last couple weeks I found 2 nice ones, and this is a little bit different stuff. You know, this is a Mississippian cultural period point called a Madison, and it's on this site. I'd say with these bird points, I'd say it's 800 to 1,000 years old. The bird points are older, the Riverton series, but This is the newest type of point I can find, and that is a dandy. Just the workmanship on these. It's a true bow and arrow point too. This isn't an addle thrown dart. It's a bow and arrow made by the Mississippian cultural period people. That's a beauty. Laid out. Yeah, I just got this in the last screen. It's real heavily ground. It's a bottleneck point. Table rock. It's like early to mid archaic, I think. That would have been nice. It's Flint Ridge. Ah, that stinks. I'm still looking. This was the last screen. Look at that red Flint Ridge tip. It might even be jasper, but I'd say it's Flint Ridge. And all these little flakes, one piece of black and all the rest of it's high, jewel grade Flint Ridge. And I'm 4 hours by car from the source of that flint. Man, there's stuff everywhere in here. Alright, I'm loading up a screen here. I got it about half full. Pulled some of that concrete out of there, and there's just layers of gravel and stuff that's come out of this high bank above me. See, there's Flint Ridge even on there's little finishing flakes. There's a little tiny finishing flake. Even I'm seeing it on the shovel. There's flint in here everywhere. High quality stuff too. There ain't much of a layer, but it's thick enough that there's artifacts in it. See, look at that. That looks great. There's another flake right on right there, gray Flint Ridge. See the fire rock? I find points right on my shovel all the time. That first broken bird point, it would have been, well, that would have been a month maker. I saw it right on my shovel. It was like the first couple shovelfuls of dirt I took out of here, and there was a point on it. That's ridiculous. See, there's concrete down in there. Let's see what we got in here. There should be flakes of Flint Ridge all through this. Real high quality stuff. See what I do here. Push this around, take all the bigger stuff out. I found a few pieces of rubbed hematite too. See, I'm seeing flakes. There's one. There's a piece of white Flint Ridge. You want to flake this stuff off. Man, these screens look good. Most of that rock's cracked up fire rock from Indian times. See, I'm seeing flakes in here already. That's good. There's a piece of red Flint Ridge right there. There's a flake. There's a tiny flake. There's that piece of red. There's a bigger flake of red. There's a flake of black. There's a big flake of white Flint Ridge with an inclusion on it that's translucent. There's a tip off an Arrowhead made of Flint Ridge. It's got it. Oh, it would have been nice. Daggone it. If they were all whole, I'd be kicking buttski. I'll show you this tip here. Just let me look at this. Oh, I see a point. I see a point, and it looks nice. It looks like a Flint Ridge point. All right. I'll get this all right. Man, that's like, I've only been here an hour tops, maybe 40 minutes. Look at this stuff. That's a tip off of a Flint Ridge point with real nice edge work. All these flakes, just what I saw so far. And down here in the bottom corner, it looks like it could be a table rock, and it looks like it's Flint Ridge. Let me get it in the sun. Right there it is. All right. It's a table rock. it's just polished smooth. It's a little Flint Ridge table rock. See, there's another one. You can see the bottleneck. Looks like a bottle, the base. That's pretty nice. I'll have to keep at it. I'll look through the rest of this screen and stuff. Man, I got a live one. I've done 4 or 5 screens full in here. That's not bad. I still like that Madison the best because it's so thin and nice. But this is cool. It's gray Flint Ridge for sure. It's real high quality glossy material. And I mean, this is just polished as much as any point you'd ever find, and the notches. The points are usually sharpened down. I'm 4 hours away from the source of this church, so it's stained up, but you can see the translucency on it there. It's a real high quality chert. It's been laying in that muck. But anyway, I got another one later. This was my last screen. There's another Flint Ridge table rock point. White Flint Ridge, real ground base. It would have been awesome. And look at some of this flint. It looks like opal. Look at it. It's just sick. That point would have been nice. That's a shame. But there's a bunch of concentration. I've only dug in like one little area here. Right in through here, and all this stuff's come out. And I got a whole pocket full of flint. Just tons of flakage. There's stuff everywhere in here. There's more flint than there is gravel and stuff. Alright, I moved to the next little cove over, and there's flint in here too. There's an easier digging layer, and there's a little black flint knife. It's some kind of little tool. It's got a worked edge. You can see all the chipping on it. Nothing to brag about. It's like a flake knife, but still another find. And I've only done 1 screen here. Yeah, I'm finding the stuff today. There's a big preform next screen after that black knife. It's like a crude blade laid out. Yeah, I just got another Flint Ridge heartbreaker. Jewel grade pink Flint Ridge, lightly serrated edge. It's one of those Riverton points. Snapped. Man, these things are hard to find perfect, and they're hard to find, period. That would have been a smoking stein. The materials, just look at it. Pink and white with crystals all in it. Oh, I'll get back. I've been here like 2.5 hours, and I got all of this flint, all of this debitage, just Flint Ridge, blacks, just all kinds of material. And I got all these points. I got a table rock, one broken one, a tip off a bird point, another bird point, a nice triangle, and another broken table rock, all here in a few hours. This place is loaded. But I'm gonna eat, and since I got enough for a video, I'm gonna go further south and look for other places, so I have multiple places, new places to look. Later. Alright, I'm pulling in here. This is where I found that black table rock and that little pink end scraper, that real tiny one. I'm gonna do a few in here. I cruised all the way down the river, but everything said grown up. I saw a few places with fire rock, but there wasn't much on the base clay. So I'm gonna go here and go back where I was at and finish up the day, and I got enough for a video, so I'll probably call it quits on this, and then we will look at the stuff I found under the good camera. Right in here's where I found that table rock. You can see the rock and stuff coming out, the fire rock. I'm gonna scoop some of this stuff up and see if I can't come up with something else here real quick. I will include it in this video right there's a broken open river cobble chert right there. If I come up with anything, I'll put it on this video. If not, I'm gonna go up, and if I find anything else up there, I am going to start a new video. I gotta do that. I'm only one dude looking, and I gotta be out all day to find enough to entertain you people. But yeah, there's another flake right there. There's flakage in here, so hopefully we can get something later. Alright, I'm back home. I've hunted a couple times on this. I've had a lot of other stuff to do, but I did pretty good today. I got this nice Flint Ridge table rock. And a lot of, that's kind of got a fantail base on it. A lot of people would call that a hoop wheel, but it's not. It's, the cross section's different, and the base and notches are polished just like, you can see the grinding on it there. It's really heavily polished. It feels like a polished rock. It's an archaic point. It's pretty nice. Happy to get it. Here's that tip of that bird point. High quality jewel grade flint ridge. It's a Riverton point. It's one of these little bow and arrow points like this one. This is the one I found in this video too. Look at them things. That would have just been a masterpiece. Just to look at the material. It's not even to a light source, and it looks like it's glowing orange red. Here's another piece of a table rock made of flint ridge. It's real heavily polished too, but exploded. It almost looks, you can see right in there, it's worked. It looks like it would have been a blunt maybe, but it just might have been real, it's hard to say. Here's that piece of rubbed hematite. Look at that. It's just a raw piece of hematite there. That's what it looks like, hematite ore. It's in like cobbles like this that are kind of rough. And then an Indian's rubbed that in half. You can even see where, look at that facet. That's ridiculous. That's a nice one. Here's this end scraper from this video. I'd say this is Zaleski material. It's real black. And look at the worked edge on that and the chip they took off to give it that lip for scraping. You can see all the work on it, the little flakes. You can see the use where around the bottom, the little tiny flakes that have come off. That's a nice piece. It's got that dorsal ridge on it. This was probably hafted into a little wood handle used as a tool. I love it. I like this a lot. I'd say that's Zaleski. And probably the nicest point of the day is this triangle. It's, I just found one similar to this like a little over a week ago. It's dime thin, it's gray chert. This one's kind of a heat treated gray chert. It's been heat treated, I can tell by looking at it. Needle tip on it. It's a pretty nice made point. And right here there's a table rock presence in this place I was on today, and it'll be a place I can go back to. Here's another table rock base. It's real polished. You can see the grinding on it right there, how it's polished. The notches and the base are just polished, and look at that material. It's gray and like maroon. It's flint ridge for sure. But that's a base off one. You can see it's just, look beside that point. It's the same type of point. I found them right together. The just upper piece of it's busted off. And here's another tip from today. It's flint ridge material too. That's too bad that's broke. That would have been a nice little point. Here's another tip, a gray one I found. And here's a bunch of other stuff. I found hematite and stuff today. I didn't film it. It's lower quality hematite, but you can see the red coming off of it. Here's another piece. Here's that blade from this video, and these are all the flakes, and there's the marbles from this video too. See, there's more hematite. See what it looks like. There's a facet there. It's just a junky piece, but look at all of these little chunks of flint ridge. Look at this stuff. Let me hold this up and see if I can't get a light source to it. Yeah, look at around the edges there. It's really beautiful flint ridge. It's just all over this site I found. And this is the debitage, all of this. A lot of it's flint ridge. Look at this stuff. Oh, just tons of flakes. There's another piece of hematite. There's more flint ridge. There's Coshocton in there too. One area I was sifting, that's Coshocton. There's black. There's tools in here too. I'll have to go through it. More, look at that translucency on that stuff. It's flint ridge. It's these little Riverton point people. These bird points and the table rocks. For all you dump lovers, I'm on one today. I found a nice Indian tool this morning. It'll be at the end of this video. But you can see I'm raking down in here and there's glass. There's bottles. That's no deposit, no return. But this is a place I've never dug. It's off of where I've been digging. We'll see what's down in here. See if there's any marbles. There's marbles to my left up Arrowhead. So there's got to be stuff down here too someplace. I'm looking. I'll get back on my first one. Back in here, and the farther I go up the hill, I'm getting into rustier, thicker layers. And right there's a marble. It looks pretty nice. Ooh, it looks like a two-color cat eye. It is. It's got lime green tips with a white. Let me get this cleaned off. Hold on. Alright, you can see that. It's got like seaweed green tips on that white. That's probably a Marble King two-color cat eye, but it might be something different. It's nice. It'll go right in that frame I'm working on. I'll show you the frame at the end of the video. That's a good one to start for sure. There you can see it. Green and white, real nice. See, I'm only that deep below the surface of the ground, and look at all the glass. You know, most of it's 50s and 60s, but you're not going to find glass marbles in quantity digging on. Oh, see, there's a button. It's just a plastic one. I ain't taking it. You're not going to find a bunch of glass marbles on a real old dump. They're just not there. The heyday of these things was like 1920 up into the 70s even. And any pre-70 1970 vintage marbles collectible. People collect marbles more so than they do arrowheads. That's why I'm digging them. But you can see all the glass coming out here. Every kid had these marbles. In the 60s, they were hugely popular. In the 50s and the 40s, and you know, one kid didn't have one. They had bags of them, and they were a nickel. So, you know, the chances of getting on a bunch of them are pretty good if you look a lot. You got to put in the time to find them, but I already got one, and I just started. See, there's a ball mason. The bottoms break out. There's stuff in here. I've never dug right here on this side of this hill. Hopefully I can get into a honey hole here. And the marbles just keep popping out. I'll get back if I see anything else later. That metallic green beetle. Look at him. He's metallic green. Later. We'll find. It's a shame the top piece is gone, but I save all that kind of stuff. I might have one to fit it that's white. It says St. Louis Zoo on it, and it's a little souvenir teapot. Huh. It's a shame the top ain't on that. Somebody got that at the zoo in St. Louis. But I thought I'd show you this while I saw him crawling. Look at that big like thing. We'll get him out of there so he doesn't get smoked. Look at him. Kind of creepy. We can get him out of the way over there. But right here's a marble. It's wee little. It's one of them little green ones. It ain't bad. It's nice condition. But just a common one, but we're finding them. I moved over here. I started right there. I found out two-color cat eye there. I moved over here. I didn't see any more there. The concentration of them might be right off of where I started there. So we're gonna look around later. There's a Popeye Pez container with the hat going. He had his little cap right there where that knob's at. And I found one of these on this dump this year in perfect condition. Must have been a popular one around here. It's like a $30 Pez container, and the one I found is brand new. $30 to $50. It's got one of the feet on the base. It's that old. It's a vintage one. But that's the head of another one. I'll put up a link at the end on the left of the perfect one I found in a video. It's really nice. The hat's there. It looks like it's new out of the package after I cleaned it up. But that's cool. Popeye Pez. These are really collectible. It's a shame that's not whole. What a crap if I'd have found another one. All this for 2 marbles. I'm not seeing them consistently. I can go do a spot further up the hill here. I did get this blue bottle, which is kind of nice. I take all them. But I'm gonna move up farther where I have a better chance. Found that like nutting stone, that real awesome was the real deep hole, that Indian artifact in the trash. But I was coming up this way. Over in there I found a bunch of marbles and I got an alley agate. First nice marble of the day. Do you see it? It looks pretty nice. It's right here. It's an alley swirl. Let me get it wiped off here on my shirt. It's not rained for 2 weeks, so the ground's just real dry. It's perfect for digging marbles. Oh yeah, that's nice. Nice pattern, it'll look good in that frame. These were made from 1929 to 1949 in West Virginia. Alley agate. Let's get a little rust staining on there, but that'll come off. Soaking it, that's pretty. Later. Lower that is below the ground, that looks like it's a mason jar. It is, it's one of those Atlas ones. They're clear. They look good with colored glass in it. I'll take that. It's only worth a couple bucks, but it's free. I'm still going. Right now this corner, I went that way a little bit and didn't see nothing except that jar. But I see another marble right around these tree roots. You see it? It looks like it might be an acro agate. It's an alley and it's amazing. Wow, that's pretty nice. Let me get this wiped off. This is the nicest one so far. I guess I got that 2-color cat eye too. But that's nice. It looks like flames. Hold on. Switch hands here. Get this wiped off. It's so dirty down here. It's just miserable. I'm not going to stay too much longer. Well, that's pretty nice. It looks like flames. It's orange, 2 colors of orange swirl. It's an alley agate. It's got clear base in it there. It's a nice marble. Look great in that frame. Later. Alley agate. The only bad thing is, you see, I'm down in these roots. Yeah, that's an older beer. 1960, it looks like an older one, but it's not. There's a marble down there. No, it's 43, 47. I thought it was older. 1947. So that's right age. I'm 29 to 49, so that's why I'm finding alley agates. I'm in a little bit of older trash here. But the only bad thing is there's big trees here, and look at the roots coming off of it. Stink. And I'm not cutting them out today. Look at all of them. But do you see the marble? Right here. Oh, it looks to be nice condition. It's an alley agate for sure. I'll show you the date on that bottle. I thought that was, with that long neck on it, I thought that was like 100-year-old beer. Alright, my GoPro shut off there. It said SD card error. But that's a nice alley agate. Look at the condition. Real nice clear base red on it. And I'll show you this bottle here. It's in the right age of trash for alley agates. It says 347, 1947 on it. I thought that was one of them 100-year-old beers. When I pulled it out, it would have been embossed like Raymond or something. But I'll get back. I'm going to look a little more in here later. It's a blue salt and pepper shaker. It's a shame the other one's not here. And look, the top's still on it. But I got a marble down there. I set this up there till I found something. See, there's a little older bottles in here from the, I'd say this is 40s. And that's what you want for these alley agates, and I got another one. I found this one raking back up through, and it fell right back down. I had a little pile of stuff here, and I raked it up, and it fell. Man, that looks nice. Look at that. It's almost the same color as that. So we're doing all right now. It was worth coming up here now. I got enough of these to go in the center of that new frame, which I will show. That's nice. Hold on. It's got baby blue in it and navy blue. All right, look at that smoker. That's pretty nice. I'd say I got 7 or 8 marbles that are nice now. I've been here like 3.5 hours though, looking around. But I'll get back at you later. This is what we're up to. The 2-color cat eye and the green one from down the hill farther. And 4 alley agates here in this hole. I'm gonna go for one more maybe. And then I'm getting out of here. I appreciate you watching. I'll probably add more clips to this later. No more. I've been digging a bunch the last few days. And I've had all kinds of other stuff to do. It's just, I have to look all the time to find stuff for videos. And I'm just beat. I'm going home and relax. You can see I've dug all over the place here.